My brother Anthony was my best friend. He was only 2 years older, but he was the man I looked up to. We grew up and we went to school together in Las Vegas. We shared a room growing up. We'd play video games, Spider-Man, Dragon Ball Z, and Kirby. We were broke, but we had each other. He was my anchor. My relationship with my biological father was non-existent. I was raised by a single mother who worked hard to take care of us. She dated guys who were pretty tough on us. One of them was a Marine, and he was horrible to us. I remember drinking all the orange juice in the fridge and him making me do mountain climbers until I threw it up as a punishment. I was 7 at the time, and that was just cruel. Anthony and I saw each other for the last time at our lockers in high school. He was going on a trip to Laguna Beach for the weekend. See you, bro. Love you, man. It feels like it was yesterday when my mom called me screaming, saying my brother was missing at sea. The next few days were a blur. We drove from Vegas to Laguna Beach and met the lifeguards, the first responders, and the Coast Guard divers that were looking for him. We spent the entire day in disbelief waiting for him to return. When the sun started setting and they called off the search for the day, it had finally set in what had happened. The next morning, we returned to the beach as the sun rose and waited and watched. We sat on the beach every morning for 5 days until they stopped searching. He was gone, and they couldn't find him. Almost a week later, on Ash Wednesday, a man having his morning coffee saw something in the water, and he called it in. The same lifeguard who led the search called us after he recovered Anthony's body. We finally brought him home after being lost at sea for 11 days. My mom let me see him one last time before he was cremated. When I hugged his body for the last time, part of my soul died. It was there left lying on his chest after I pulled away. I can still smell the ocean on him. I wish I hadn't done that. Losing Anthony changed everything. I wasn't raised religious, but losing him in that way cut out whatever faith I had in me. I killed God in my mind. People told me, God is there for you. I didn't feel that. It was final, it was heavy, and I didn't pray. My mom got divorced after losing my brother and moved away, so I lived with a friend my last year of high school. Before Anthony died, he joined the Army, but he never made it to his ship-out date. I went to the same recruiter my brother saw, and I joined the Army. I didn't even realize that I had signed an infantry contract. I told them, just give me whatever Anthony had. I can't say it felt climactic to take my brother's path, like it was a rite of passage of the family or something. But I can say it felt right. Felt good. Like eating your grandma's soup recipe even though she passed away 3 winters ago. It was comforting to know that we would be in the Army together even though he never got to go. I graduated a semester early just so I could leave sooner. The Army took me in, cared for me, and allowed me to serve my brother's memory and my country. The Army gave me everything. I finally had good men to look up to, strong male figures that set an example and challenged me. I was good at what I did. The Army gave me confidence that I had the ability to lead others despite my own inability to lead myself at times. I was promoted young, first as a team leader, then as a squad leader. I was stationed near Seattle, training the Indian Army. I went to Ranger School and Jungle School. I was ranked number 1 in leadership in school and awarded a sword by my brigade sergeant major. On paper, I was a great leader. I went to the hard schools, I busted my ass, and I took pride in being the best at everything I did. I was hard on myself and hard on my guys. I applied Darwin's theory to my leadership. If you can't keep up, you shouldn't be here, and we'll be stronger without you. I led from the front, I did everything I asked my guys to. If they were running 8 miles, I was running 8 miles. If they were doing push-ups at 3 a.m., I was doing push-ups at 3 a.m. I expected perfection from those that I led, and I thought they respected me for it. Until in an honest moment, one of my soldiers told me he hated me. He looked at me and he said, "Sergeant, you're such an asshole, and I hate you every time I come to work. I'm miserable." That hit me hard. He wasn't a weak kid. He was my protege. And he didn't hate the work. He hated me. For the first time, I wondered if I was building people up or just breaking them down. My time in the Army ended badly. My platoon sergeant was stealing Army equipment and selling it. I trusted him and got involved. I served 6 months at Leavenworth. While I was incarcerated, I couldn't break down or cry, even though I was alone with my thoughts day after day. It didn't feel like a safe place for that. I felt really alone in a way that is indescribable. There is no one coming to save you, no one coming to get you out of there. You will sit there until you're done sitting there. That is such a sobering reminder that you have to figure it out by yourself. At first, because I was separated from my phone and screens, my mind would dream tenfold at night. They were dreams of my life before. They were dreams about Anthony. I was on the top bunk, and when I woke up and the ceiling was inches from my face, I had a terrible realization where I was at and what had happened. After a while, I started to dream about my life that was inside the prison. The dreams about my life before slowly faded away. It was there that I began attending Buddhist services on Sunday. It was the first time since losing my brother that I felt a connection to a higher power. Not a strong connection, just a flicker of something other than myself. When I got back home after serving my sentence, I met a young woman. 2 months later, she was pregnant. We barely knew each other. We moved into my mom's garage that she turned into a bedroom for me. I kept telling myself, I've got more faith than fear. It's going to be okay. We had a daughter, and I named her Laguna, the beach where my brother drowned. Her middle name is Faith. That was Anthony's idea. He jotted it down in a notebook of his that I found with the title, Names I've Given My Kids. It felt right. One night, my girlfriend woke me up and said Laguna was coughing. She was only 2 months old. I took her to my mom's room, and she said, "That's blood." We moved at a speed only 2 people can accomplish during a true life or death emergency. I grabbed my car keys, and my mom was already at the front door in her robe. We sped straight to the hospital, horn blaring and emergency lights flashing the entire way. All I could do was watch her little lips turn blue. When we got to the ER, my mom and I ran in with Laguna. Car outside of the curb, doors flung open. We just kept shouting as we ran past people that my baby wasn't breathing. They quickly took her in. Then I realized that they were intubating her. That's the first time I really prayed. Not a bargaining prayer. Just, God, I don't need to learn this lesson too. My brother is gone. I've done time in a corrections facility. I've taken accountability. But I don't need to learn this lesson with my little girl. She made a full recovery. She hit her milestones. She's perfect. But almost losing her pulled me back toward God. Losing my brother is something that can't be undone. I'm not comfortable talking about getting beyond my grief, being healed. I'd say I'm worse off now, still battling the grief because of the permanence of his loss. My kids will never meet him. He will never meet the girl that I love. It's not going to change. When I lost him, it was just me, and I'll never see him again. As time goes on, it becomes more true. Being full force dad all the time and taking care of my family requires a lot of my mind and energy. I provide for this whole family. But if I need to clock out and take care of my emotions, if I want to go to the beach, I'll go to the beach. If I want to be alone, I'll be alone. I need this time. It's like a purge of all my pent-up emotions. My son and daughter don't really understand or comprehend. Honestly, they don't care. They are like, "Daddy, I need you to do." Yeah, I need you to do. They don't need me to sit and cry. Even as my faith gets stronger with God and I'm being a steward of good, there's not one action I could ever make to change the reality and bring him back. And that's something that's hard for me to battle.
Amazing grace, how sweet, sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Talking about him in my life today is really hard to do. It's too personal. When my daughter was young, before she really understood what was going on, in a quiet moment, I asked her out loud if she knew Anthony. She just looked at me. That was enough. Took my son to the beach and we just sat there by ourselves. It felt like introducing my son to my brother. I have some of Anthony's ashes in Laguna's closet. That's just where he stays and looks over her.
Twas grace that brought us, saved us from, and grace will lead us home.
I was baptized in April. I go to church every single week. I've missed maybe 3 Sundays. We got pregnant again by accident. A boy. He's a blessing. His name is Bear Anthony, my brother's name. I look into my son's eyes and I see a piece of my brother. It's a circle I can't explain. My kids go to church daycare. My girlfriend comes with me. 4 years ago, I was incarcerated. 3 years ago, we got pregnant. And 2 years ago, I lived in my mom's garage. Today, things are pretty good for me. I even closed on a house in June. I didn't do that alone. A higher power helped me out of situations that I couldn't navigate myself. Call it God, call it Jesus. That's what it is for me. These days, I'm in therapy, still figuring it out. Being a father gives me an identity. Fatherhood grounds me. It has pushed me to figure out what man means to me. I still carry grief. I haven't conquered that yet. This year is the 10th year without my brother. I still miss him when I first wake up. I can cry during my morning coffee and then smile about him at my morning breakfast the next day. I still picture us in that bedroom with the Spider-Man walls, the closet lights on because he's scared of the dark, both of us trying to be big. I feel like his older brother now. It's like he's 18 forever.